Hello everyone, welcome back to YK Reviews and welcome back to another weekly entertainment news video. Tons of casting updates on movies and TV series that was announced earlier this week. So let's just get into it here. So right away we're just gonna dive straight into it here. A couple of trailers I want to talk about here. The first trailer that got released, and a second trailer basically, it's for the Bogeyman, the Stephen King adaptation. I mentioned this in the past episode of the weekly entertainment news video. One I'm really excited about. I'm just loving the look of this trailer. It looks very creepy, the dark tone to it, the cinematography of it, everything just looks like it's gonna be a great adaptation, another great adaptation, another Stephen King adaptation. One trailer that I am very excited for. So if you haven't seen the trailer, I definitely recommend go checking it out. And if you have seen it, let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on that. Also, just a quick reminder too that timestamps of everything will be in the description down below. So if there's anything that you're looking forward to more, anything in particular like you're more interested in, timestamps will be in the description down below. Now, another trailer that also got released was sort of a teaser for the next MonsterVerse movie. This one is titled Godzilla_Kong, The New Empire. I'm loving the teaser trailer here. For me, the Godzilla vs. Kong movie that came out back in 2021, I really loved that movie. I thought Godzilla vs. Kong, like the battle sequences that was done was brilliant. The final battle when them teaming up against Mechagodzilla was fantastic. I loved this movie. There was a bit of nitpicks, a bit of gripes that you have with the movie overall, but I had such a fun time with it. And I've seen some complaints online about the villain from the teaser trailer looking like some ape type villain, one that's not like canon or from the origins of like where the MonsterVerse comes from. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm an expert with this type of Titans, the MonsterVerse movies. I'm loving the Godzilla movies. I love the Kong movie. The team up movie, as I said, was really fun. I'm not too familiar with the villain. I'm not too familiar with most of like the stuff that goes on with this MonsterVerse background wise, but for me so far, what I'm seeing, I'm loving here. And with this, you can see the skulls of Godzilla and Kong looking like we're going to go deep diving into like maybe the history of Godzilla and Kong, deep dive into Hollow Earth. Maybe we'll be having some flashback sequences, present day sequences, to having just explore that lore of Hollow Earth. I'm again loving what they're doing and I'm cannot wait to see a full-length trailer for this. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below regarding this. First off, in terms of the teaser trailer and what you think about the villain too, let me know in the comment section down below. And the final trailer that I do want to talk about here is the second trailer for the fastx movie, the latest in the Fast and Furious franchise. Now, when the trailer got released a couple of months ago, I wasn't overjoyed, I wasn't over the moon with the excitement for this movie. I was very disappointed with Fast 9, even like the last couple of Fast and Furious movies I've just not been a fan of. This trailer does get me a bit more excited for the movie. The sequences look more grounded versus what you had in the previous movies of them going into space and all that kind of stuff. Even though the sequences still look ridiculous, it looks more grounded. Jason Momoa looks like he's going to be a fantastic villain, just like the presence that he's putting into this movie. The trailer looks brilliant with him in it. So for me, I'm still not rushing out to go see the movie, but it does look a lot better than the last Fast and Furious movie, Fast Furious 9 there. But let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section down below regarding the trailer, regarding the excitement level for the Fast and Furious 10 movie. But this basically moves us into the first news story here, and we've got an update with the Fast and Furious 11. If you're not aware, this is a two-part Infinity War Endgame type of movie. So you've got Fast and Furious X, Fast and Furious 10, which is part 1, and then the final movie of the franchise, and I air quote this because you never know with Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 11 is going to be the final movie of the whole franchise. We'll see about that, but basically this is coming from the Variety and it's confirming here that the next Fast and Furious film taps Louis Leterrier, apologies if I mispronounced the name, as a director here. And if you're not aware, there was a lot of drama behind the scenes with the Fast and Furious 10 movie. Justin Lin, the original director of that movie, did leave the project and Leterrier replaced him. I'm guessing they liked his work so much that they're going to keep him for the Part 2. So he's going to be directing Part 1 and Part 2, Fast and Furious 10 and Fast and Furious 11, closing out the franchise here. So I'm not going to hold too much judgment or, like I said, excitement level or like disappointment level. I'm holding that back right now. I'm going to wait to see what Fast and Furious 10 brings, to see how I'm going to feel towards Fast and Furious 11 movie. So let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below regarding this. What you think about the director here. Are you excited for 10 and 11? Let me know your thoughts on everything regarding Fast and Furious in the comment section down below. But on to the next news story here, and one I'm really pumped about here is we've got confirmation that Chucky season 3 is going to be beginning filming next week, premiering in late 2023. So at the end of the year, we're going to have Chucky season 3. I am a huge fan of Chucky, of Child's Play 2, one of my favorite like horror movies, slasher movies. I am yet to put out my in-depth spoiler review for Chucky season 2. I have it recorded, it's in my computer. I've just not been able to like edit it in time and like post it out. It is coming. It's definitely going to be coming before season 3 comes out, but keep an eye out on the channel. This was recorded back in like December time, so that one will be coming to the channel very soon. But this is coming from the Bloody Disgusting website. Don Mancini's hit horror series Chucky has been renewed for season 3, and it looks like filming on the brand new season is scheduled to begin in just 1 week. Series star Jennifer Tilly retweeted a tweet today confirming the start of shooting next week, which I'll be putting up this tweet right here on the screen here. So we're going to be starting filming basically in a week's time here, and my excitement level is the fact that this is going to be airing later on in the year too. In my review, I did talk about like the sort of campiness that they brought. It had like a lot of Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky vibes to it. So the campiness was more elevated in season 2, which I hope they dial it back in season 3, focusing on more the Child's Play aspect rather than the campiness aspect for that. However, I had such a fun time with season 2. It did go crazy in terms of like the storyline and like the body swapping aspects of that. But overall, a really fun show. I won't go too much into spoilers. I'll save that for my spoiler review here. There is going to be a lot of drama from what I'm seeing here, especially with what happened in the finale, the death scenes that took place, and the ending of the series too. Again, I'm not going to give out anything away, but I'm really excited for this. One of my favorite shows is the Chucky series. So let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below for that. Are you excited? Are you pumped? Have you seen the show? If you have, let me know what you thought as well in the comment section down below. Now for the next news story here, it's just a quick update in terms of a movie that came out on Netflix back in the summer of last year. I know there was a lot of like mixed reviews regarding the Grayman, which starred Ryan Reynolds and Chris Evans, a movie that I actually pretty enjoyed. I did a review of it. Link will be somewhere around here. I had a fun time with it here, and this is coming from the Collider, basically confirming the Russo brothers gives us an update on the Grayman 2, promising more to come soon on the sequel to the hit Netflix action thriller. And again, they teased here that we're in the middle of it right now. We're in the middle of working on the Grayman 2 script, so again, everything is about the story. We are hard at work, sleeves rolled up, and more to come soon. So not much details, not much to go by. But I won't give out what happens in this movie just in case you haven't seen it yet, but certain characters most likely won't be returning given what happened in the actual movie itself. But again, this is a movie that I had a fun time with. I enjoyed it. You can just enjoy the movie for what it is. It's not like one of the best movies of the year, but it was a fun action movie, has some great one-liners in it too, and the cast was brilliant. So I'm actually curious and actually excited for the Grayman 2. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below for that one. What you think about this? Are you excited? Did you hate the original Grayman movie on Netflix? Please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below for that one. And one other project that I'm actually excited for as well, this is coming from the deadline here, is we've got Ryan Reynolds, Jason Momoa, Vincevaughn, and Aubreyplaza are set for a legendary live-action animated hybrid Animal Friends, Peter Etonic directing an R-rated road trip adventure pick. Now for me, first of all, the cast, a very intriguing type of cast. You've got Ryan Reynolds, you've got Jason Momoa, Aubreyplaza, and then Vincevaughn. Apologies if I mispronounced that name there. This is like a weekly thing, or I can't pronounce certain names there, but a really interesting cast and a really interesting concept here. It's basically an R-rated road trip adventure, which just sounds like, honestly, like a blast for me here. R-rated road trip with this cast. Like, honestly, what could go wrong? Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds is going to be going on a road trip with Wolverine in the next Deadpool movie. And so you've got Aquaman, Deadpool going on a road trip as a R-rated movie here with aubreyplaza, Vincevaughn. I'm actually really excited and actually curious to see what they're going to be doing with that. Now, obviously, details are being kept under wraps here. Nothing really too much known about it. With this cast, this should be a fun, really, really fun movie. The director, I'm honestly not too familiar with his work, Peter Atencio. Again, sorry if I mispronounced the name there. But he's going to be directing this here. Again, not seen much of his work. But I just know you can't go wrong with this type of concept here. Like a road trip, an R-rated road trip. I keep emphasizing on that. I'm going to honestly have a fun time with this here. So I know this is probably going to go under the radar, but wanted to bring that out there. If you are curious or if you are excited, please let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below for that. Now for the next news story here is we've got an update in terms of Agatha, Covenant of Chaos. We have new casting updates here. So this is coming from the EW, and it's basically confirming here that Patti LuPone, again, apologies if I mispronounced the name here, spills major secrets on the Agatha Covenant of Chaos role, as she is set to play Lilia Cordero, apologies again, in the upcoming Disney Plus show here. So she appeared on the show The View earlier this week, and she basically just spilled a cauldron of secrets, as reported here on this website, in terms of like what's to come for the Agatha Covenant of Chaos here. So she is going to be following Catherine Hahn and Aubreyplaza in this show here, and she's confirmed yet again that she's playing Lily Kuduro. She's basically describing her as a 450-year-old Sicilian witch whose power is divination and whose trial is tarot, who is going to be joining Aubreyplaza and Catherine Hahn in the Coven of Witches here. They even asked her about like the show's release date, and she replied that filming hasn't just finished yet. She's anticipating a 2024 release date. So earlier it was reported that it was going to be 2023 October of this year, but then everything being pushed forward, pushed back a bit. Looks like we're going to be seeing it next year. In terms of the character itself, again, I'm not going to sit here and say that I've read all the comics though in terms of Agatha's Covenant of Chaos or know anything about the character itself. So far, from what I've seen in terms of set photos and details that have been released, the show doesn't look half bad. The cast honestly looks fantastic, and it looks like we are going to be exploring more in terms of like the backstory of Agatha, of Catherine Hahn's character, and we're seeing more characters in terms of like the Coven here. And also for me, in terms of the actress itself, Patti LuPone, I've not seen her in any of like the previous projects that she's done here. So I'm curious to see what she's going to bring to the role, how she's going to be playing this character itself. Again, let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below regarding this casting news, and also your excitement level or your hype level for the Agatha show itself. But before we move on to the next news story here, I do want to just quickly discuss, there has been rumors floating around this week that the casting for the Fantastic Four is ramping up here. It looks like they are narrowing it down to a couple of actors and actresses here. Adamdriver being the sole one for Mr. Fantastic, and for me, a great casting choice. I really like Adamdriver as an actor. Some of the projects he's done, it has been a lot of hit and miss, but I think he would be a perfect Mr. Fantastic here. But this isn't concrete, this hasn't been confirmed, this is just rumor speculation regarding the casting choice here. Also for Sue Storm, again, rumors, speculation about milakunis possibly playing Sue Storm. One casting choice I wouldn't honestly have gone for. Again, this is all rumors and speculation, so not 100% concrete, not 100% confirmed, but since it has been like talked about a lot this week, I just wanted to bring that out there to you. Let me know your thoughts about those casting choices there. Would you be happy with that? Would you be upset? Let me know, and also your casting choices for those two characters. Once again, just to confirm, this hasn't been confirmed, this isn't concrete, just rumors here, but wanted to bring that out there. And for the next news story here is we've got, this was released earlier this week, like very early, like back on Sunday, Monday of this week, is that the Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off series Knuckles has set its cast and the plot synopsis basically for it, with the first picture of filming set to start here, and this is coming from the Variety as well. The Knuckles series with Idris Elba returning to play Knuckles, and we'll also got Adam Pally, who is set to come back as Wade Whipple, basically the cop that was in both the movies there, as sort of like a comedy release throughout both the movies here. And we've got confirmation here, so that filming takes place between the events of Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, which is also slated to hit theaters in December of 2024, a movie I'm really, really excited about. So in this series here, we've got that Knuckles has agreed to train Wade as his protege and teach him the ways of the Echidna warrior, as per the official logline. And as we see here, the little picture, the set photo that they released here, but one plot synopsis that has got me a little bit nervous to see what they're going to be doing with that. Knuckles basically training this character, because like I said, he's more of like a comic relief in the movie, so I'm hoping they're not going too much of a comedy route. Having him trained, like, I don't know where they're going to go with it there. I'm hoping that we do get to see Sonic, Tails, possibly Dr. Eggman as well, and like the two human characters, James Marden's character and his fiance or wife now at the time, so we most likely will see them joining into the show itself. But I do have like a slight hesitations with like the plot synopsis. I know it's going to be a good show. I'm just worried that it's going to go too much of a comedy route. But that's just my opinion there. Let me know your thoughts, your opinions in the comment section down below. Are you excited like I am for this show? Are you excited for the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 movie? Let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below here. And for the next news story here, we move on to like a couple of DC sides of things here. So for the next news story, we've got an update in terms of the Arkham Asylum spin-off show. It has got a promising update. So this is coming from the direct here. And if you weren't aware, there was a spin-off series regarding Matt Reeves' Batman. There was going to be a spin-off show called the Arkham Asylum, based on like all the inmates from the Arkham Asylum. So that basically was just put on the shelf. Like, we haven't heard any updates or anything like that, and ever since James Gunn took over, we didn't really get any updates. So basically, the producer of The Penguin, Daniel Pipsky, was asked on Twitter if the Batman spin-off focused on Arkham Asylum was still happening, and he basically just gave a blunt response. He only had one thing to say, a simple thumbs up emoji, sparring no details. And this just basically confirming here that it is still going to happen, because I was really excited. I'm loving this whole universe that Matt Reeves is setting with the Batman. You've got the Penguin series, the Batman movies, and now the Arkham spin-off. I was really excited about this, so I'm so happy that they are going to be working on it. Maybe not in the very near future, but it is still happening, because there's so much you can work with the Arkham Asylum, so much rogue gallery of Batman villains to work with, and like to see how they were put there, to see if the backstory with that, how it's linked to Batman. So I'm really excited to know that it's still happening here. Like I mentioned, this whole Matt Reeves Batman universe is shaping up to be fantastic. Like the teaser trailer for Penguin did come out. I mentioned this in last week's episode. Looked fantastic, so I'm really pumped for this. Let me know your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section down below regarding that one there. And for the last news story we've got for this week here is we've got confirmation that Superman Legacy, the first movie in the new slate of DC with James Gunn, is starting to like prep for the 2024 shoot. So this is coming from the deadline here, saying that Superman Legacy, James Gunn's DC movie, starting early prep for the 2024 shoot. He posted a couple of like pictures on Twitter, which I'll be putting up here. So he's writing and directing it, and it's going into pre-production separately. We hear that physical production will start at the top of 2024, but basically they're getting everything wrapped up, everything starting. Casting for the new Superman is going to be set to begin here. Lots of speculation, lots of like casting, fan favorite casting has been like posted, so we're going to most likely hear about who Superman is going to be in the very next couple of months, and this is going to be very huge, because honestly there's so much pressure on James Gunn right now to like pick the perfect Superman, because with everything that happened with Henry Cavill and Superman and all that drama, stuff like that, having the casting choice that makes the most sense. Because with this new DC slate, Superman New Legacy is the thing that's going to kick off this new slate, kick off this new DC universe. So there's a lot of pressure with James Gunn there, and you know, with like fans as well, like certain people will like it, certain people will hate it, so just a lot of pressure with James Gunn. But I'm honestly just excited that we are going to start getting like casting updates, set photos released, and like more details and more information as the months progress while they're working on the Superman New Legacy movie. So again, I will keep you guys updated whenever we do hear something, especially once the new Superman is cast. I will definitely let you guys know with the weekly entertainment news video. So subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that way you don't miss out on whenever we do get more casting updates, whenever we get set photos. But again, I'm really pumped for this. I really cannot wait for this movie itself and a lot of other projects in the DC universe here. So lots of things to look forward to. But that about wraps it up for this week's weekly entertainment news video here. So again, lots of like things to dive into here. Please let me know your thoughts on everything we discussed in the comment section down below. But I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for listening to this as we do a weekly entertainment news video. Also just wanted to mention here that I did do a Power Rangers in-depth spoiler review for Power Rangers fans out there. go ahead, check out that video on the channel here, and also keep an eye out. There's going to be a Mandalorian in-depth spoiler review. There's going to be a Last of Us in-depth spoiler review, and also the tier ranking for all the Star Wars movies and series coming out very, very soon here. So keep an eye out on the channel, subscribe if you haven't already, so that you don't miss out on any of those videos. But again, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. This is Wacky Reviews.